I'm the dirty donkey. Early in the mornings, I almost sound like one. Well, I'm old. Milo, funky basement.
Hi.
Hello.
I got no. It's empty. Yeah. Welcome. Stream. Today we going to do something completely different.
And now for something completely different.
Not really, but I might try to be a bit more technical. I'm preparing something. Let's see how that goes, but yeah. No, it's already working, but might be boring. Just hearing the same thing. Get some water. It's Monday. I think I watched too much Monty Python. It's Monty Python Flying Circus. Or something like that. I think I'm crazy today.
Last time I only failed by the narrowest of narrow margins.
Yep. I need more samples. Might do many more. I need more samples in my soundboard here. To scare people away. Did I actually put the snare? I know because my Yep. This world needs a hero. Definitely we do.
Hi.
Hello.
Is that a Norwegian blue parrot? No, it's dead. Polly. Oh my goodness, that's good. I love that sketch. It's dead. It's nailed to the. No, it's just sleeping. It's dead. Polly. Nom, nom. So I need the snare. Could use this one. I need to buy it though. What? There's my voice. Snare. Snare, snare, snare. No. Might save it. Oh, I need to check something. Because battalion, apparently, I'm not sure. Where? Because I think every time, what was this called? DVT snare. I need to keep an eye on that. Because these that I used yesterday, it didn't move with the CUSDT. Yeah, kind of strange. I might... Sorry? Because I can't set it up. Can change the color theme, but no, not really. So let's see. How does it sound with the snare? Yeah. Oh, Da Vinci Girl.
Hi.
Hello.
Yes, I did. I even used it yesterday. Whee! Funny, I changed my email address, finally, could do that on Plugin Boutique, and now they did send me twice the news. So I said, no, just one. And I had to cancel the other one. So. Plugin Boutique. Because I almost, there is a sale on some SSL plugins. I checked, they got 5 of them. And I checked, do I really need them? But I said, not really. It's the Fusion range. I did install, but not activated. It's iLok. Yes, it is. Sound Toys is always iLok, same as SSL, same as UVI, same as UAD, not anymore. Eventide is iLok. It's so. Then you get a free plugin and you don't activate it because. So now I need some hats. We got a snare. Let's do some hi-hats. Might use this one. I need to save it, otherwise it shows up. Whoops. Without testing texture space. Install all the UVI effects without testing. I will deinstall because iLog. I'm glad you didn't pay for it. Someone doesn't like iLog. Yeah, I don't mind iLog. Only had 2 problems once. And one problem wasn't even the fault of iLog, but it was the fault of Air plugins, because they installed an older version of Pace licensing thing. That fucked things up. And the second time was something to do that was maybe on my end because I changed my email address. It was just one letter, but that was enough to screw things up. But they fixed it. So otherwise, I don't know why people actually it's a security system. For some companies, it's a better option than to have like expensive servers or security software, whatever. I don't know. I'm not an expert in that kind of thing. Yes, today it's going to be very boring and very technical because I'm trying to, especially on the dailies, a bit more. Because yesterday I was talking with Viral Beats and I was saying, yes, I can make tracks, I can make live streams, but I keep on adding plugins, and like 99.9%, I have no clue how they work, what they do, etc., etc. And I had a small discussion with Trusto, because we're working on a project here, and I said if I wouldn't decided to stream more, I would actually do way less, even for days or weeks, doing nothing. Not even just opening a door. I know myself. I need some motivation. So, yeah. I just transcribe a new song, Little Love, Little Kiss, public domain. So it's an older one. No, it's Joseph T. Porter. Oh. think these effects are global. I think. Yeah, these are the send effects. These are the thing here. Let's just see on the voice. Ah, they're here. Ah, okay. I try to understand the plugin. Have it for like over a year. So these do react because I thought they are actually, but I can, and that's the thing with Battalion is might be a bit confusing. They show up in multiple instances because you can actually sequence the sends. And even here, very confusing. Nick! You ever watching you screw around with some... You all do the same thing, trying to find things that work, checking effects to see reality. I wiped out after the concert last night, slept 3 hours, got rain. Oh my, I was outside. Ooh. Oh. Yeah, I seen on Facebook a few posts about there's a new song out, collaboration between the Primus man Les Claypool and the man from Tool, and I even posted on SOR Discord. Quite crazy tune again. It's already on YouTube, probably also on other streaming services. They sang it last night. Oh my goodness. But because I posted it for SOR's bass player, he might love that stuff. Crazy bass in there. Pretty crazy. I can't say I always like bands with a good rhythmic session. I do like bass players though. Not a nerd like with drummers. Yeah, the bass was booming. Can you imagine that? But the first I'm not sure where I heard. Might be on MTV back in the 90s. The first time I heard Primus, and I think it was Jerry Was a Race Car Driver. The first time hearing that, what the heck is that? Holy damn! Is that how he played bass? I knew the slapping techniques from other, like, funk or even Level 42, amazing bass player, but totally different than other bass players. When I heard first time I heard, I need that record, and I searched in record shops to get some Primus. My goodness, I still have. Let me check. I think I have. Let me check. I still have it. The only vinyl I got a few CDs, but it's still my original. I even not sure. Yeah, it's because I had the CD, I think, And I bought this, it's a re-release to have it on vinyl. Pretty... And when I was watching, that was the Roll the Bones tour from Rush. On the ticket, yeah, there was marked plus support, and we didn't know. And yeah, it was in Germany, and suddenly the lights go out, and I heard the bass. I said to my friend, "Damn, it's Primus." And I think we were a few of the only people actually enjoying Primus as a support act for Rush, because they got booed, really booed. The Rush fans are very nerdy. But yeah, that was Les Claypool was clearly pissed when they start booing. And at some point he played some Rush parts, and of course, typical nerdy, stupid fans, how they can be. They go, they were going crazy. And I said, yeah, sorry, but we are Primus, we are not Rush. So, but I know that Geddy and Les have a very good relationship. So... And the more crazy thing that is that Les Claypool and Mr. Kirk Hammett were in the same school as teenagers. Picture of them both, and he almost played in Metallica. Almost, but. Mayo is a little more amateur. Yeah. So I'm checking because I need some. Is there actually? Still, I think it's still a bit too, because I checked something on Google, 60 to, and that's because I played in 90. Let's go down. Let's go to, just to test, 70. Yeah, I think I stick with 70. Yeah. Yeah, sadly, Primus, I think they played a few festivals here, but never got the chance again to actually watch them again. So, still following what Les is doing. So apparently they have a new drummer. It's kind of weird that the old one said, yeah, I'm quitting. So kind of weird. Clap. Radiator, how the fuck that sound? Let's do Radiator. There's this thing with this plugin. There are menus and hidden things everywhere. Terraining. Shame. What the fuck is shame? So, I could also, didn't see that, I can switch the synth off and just use a sample, because might just use for that part a sample. Maybe maybe this one. I need to buy it. So let's go into my sequencer here. And now, and the velocity. Oops. Clear that down. Like this, but probability just a bit less. Let's just say the delay maybe a bit less. But it does actually Kind of. But no. Next, they're trying to learn, saying, well, I'm missing chat here. It's a little more. That's fine. Oh, Nick got a sub. If someone was selling a sub fatty now, very cheap, very good condition. Yeah, that's a bit the downside of hardware. But it's not just hardware, because even sometimes, software evolves, because like the Arturia Spark, and it's funny when you look at their channel, they have very old videos when they were beginning to do stuff, and they had videos from Herbie Hancock, they're using gear that you won't find in any shop anymore. And the same goes like they did drop a few plugins, like the Spark was, they were the first hard MIDI controller plus VST, a bit like they're just still doing it with some of their synthesizers. But I even had the discussion with Alex Reed, and he is also, why don't Arturia make a VST drum machine? Because they have their drum range, the drum brute thing, and they even made a special edition, a limited edition of some of the models. But there's no plugin. So, I don't know. You don't have to do an imitation like Cherry Audio does with some of the old drum machines, or like G-Force and many others. Just, you create something like Battalion, or you can even drum synthesis or drum sample, I don't know. Maybe they're thinking there are enough drum machines out there, I don't know. Why they're still just doing synths and no drum machines. So they need a sample drum machine and the sequencer. Yeah. Totally. Because, you're doing something like the V collection. You got the version 11 has now 45 instruments in it. There's no drum machine. There's no sequencer. Yes, some of the synths have built-in sequencing, but I'm not sure how they decide what to develop and what not. Like even with the augmented series, and they clearly have a vision on recreating old stuff, but also on the other side, creating unique stuff. Like Spark was unique. The new lo-fi is unique. The augmented series are unique. So they're kind of going both ways. And but why not make their own kind of... I'm quite sure, because you always get people enjoying certain brands. For example, you got people who really are totally into the native instruments, Contact, from MIDI controllers, Contact, all their environments, and they work either amateur or professionals, work with that. Some Arturia, some UVI, some East-West, and we all got our favorite companies, but I don't know. And some of them, yeah, they're kind of like running my drum boot impact to the Chroma console. Oh my god, yeah. Yeah, it's kind of strange what companies, and that's the same with all kinds of developers, like why Bitwig decided with the 5.3 update to include the classic 808 909 sound. That was kind of make something unique, especially for a very niche, crazy DAW like Bitwig is. Why you actually? I think the world is fed up with all kinds of 808 and 909 emulations. Same if they said, let's just create a 303 emulation in Bitwig 2. I was kind of, how many do you need? How many? You just no. Create something interesting that makes people go, oh, interesting. Now I want to try that. But yeah, we do also have the two camps where some they like the crazy modern sound design, crazy stuff, like even brands like Glitch Machines or Madonna Labs, or even buying Crusher X, the most crazy granular machine out there. And then you got people who like, I want an emulation of a 303. I want an emulation of a Jupiter 8. I want an emulation of a Roland so-and-so. Yeah, interesting, but do we really need, like, I know that Folia Studio made a video about the new Cherry Audio Wasp, and it was asking the question, do we really need another emulation of a old synthesizer? You might think, yes, some still do, apparently. So, I don't know. But you got the both camps. Modern, crazy, and experimental sound design-ish, and old school, retro, 70s, 80s, 90s sounds and all that kind of stuff. Or some like both. Yeah, it's kind of same with hardware and software. Really like digging UVI, Falcon. Yeah, Falcon is amazing. The thing is, the digging into it. It's a even Venus Siri and Ben Jordan and many say it's a sound design deep rabbit hole. But that's like many, like Falcon, like M Sound Factory, like all these tools, like Faceplant, like even more simple, they are very powerful, but it depends on what you do with it. But building something inside of Falcon, yeah, that needs some. It's very special. I quit using all my bag of tricks. You see, she was V collection. Behringer should combine all their clones into one massive synth. Cornish waves. You get your. Wait.
Hi.
There it is.
Hello.
So, I don't know. For example, I had some free native instruments. I had the free contact player and stuff like that. I even liked how they did the guitar rig, but there are many things I totally disliked with native instruments. First of all, it took them ages and ages to make actually scalable UI. First of all, they do have the same thing, why let go a developer and not recreating like the FM8 and all these old plugins they had. Amazing plugins. What they were doing, like, it's kind of, we got something and let's just sleep on it. And someday there might be someone, I create something better. And, oops, we missed that one. So, there's still a lot of Contact fans out there, but many switching. But, College Race, you need a Behringer triangle, not like a orchestral triangle, or... It's like that. I don't know her name. I've seen a few videos of her. She's a harp player, but she plays the harp with. She's a total nerd with effects and effect pedals, especially, and she has an electronic triangle. I saw a short video. What the heck is she doing with that? But I think she has too much money. Might be a bit too much, I don't know. Might be a bit too much. Sounds better. Uncle Chrome, what's cooking? We're doing beats. Someone needs rhythm, someone told me. That's just a plain metal triangle. Can't play that. Now, you won't saying to me you can't play your synthesizer. Beats? Yuck. Yeah, someone wants... I was actually listening to... I opened YouTube Music and I was trying to kind of doing... I didn't change the title though. Making beats like. So, trying to find something dubby. Dub. And I also want to try a different method of recording. Instead of like recording like a few minutes, I tried it already once with HY plugins, and instead of just simply recording 8-bar loops and then doing variations and do another recording, stuff like that. A bit like, and then, because I keep forgetting that I can copy, paste, transform, and I realize I have a lack of nice VST drum machine, battery, and icon drum. Uncle Chrome, you want drum machines? Imagine like, just look at it, if I go into my drums, how many drums do you need? And I didn't even make track templates for the UVI stuff. So I even made Tone, but I didn't make, because the UVI, I just either used the workstation or Falcon. But if I had, I know me, if I had the money, I would even buy Easy Drummer. I almost thought about it, and I still don't have them all. I don't have any original Rolands, because I don't like the cloud. Do have imitations. I have plenty, realistic ones, all kinds of drum synthesis, sample-based. Oh, you want drum? Come to me. And the thing is, I'm terrible at drum programming. I try to, it sounds a bit interesting, but could be better. So, yeah. So, don't need that recording. I just need the. Let's record everything. I'm going to put a loop here, and they all selected. Let's see if it's working. I would two audio mics, called electro hardwares. Just having so much fun with Icon Drum. So a lot more of similar. Yeah, I still missing. I almost bought it last weekend. Almost. Still missing the new one from Cherry Audio. And when I was deciding about, because realistic drums, the Modo drums, I kind of, I bought that one on sale, and then I got the M drummer from Melda is powerful, but very complicated to use. It sounds good, but I had some stability problems with it too. Yugi Tone, they sound okay. The UI is terrible. So I grabbed it like when they had their closing sale. I grabbed it for $10. But I wanted something, because I got a lot of drum machines and drum samplers and drum synthesis. By realistic drums, I got two. And when the one from XLN was on sale, I chose that one instead of the from Steinberg. Because someone said, the one from Steinberg is pretty damn powerful, but he's a Steinberg fan. So I was kind of hesitating, and I choose the XLN because the Easy Drummer sounds absolutely amazing. It has a huge load of options, but it costs $400. TUK is now Mania Color Realm only. Cannot decide on Take 5 or TO5. Watch many videos. The difference between the two, most people are saying not me TO and Take 5. So that's the hardware you're talking about. The only hardware I actually want to add at some point is a sampler. I thought about the MPC because Crazy Rabbit was always nagging me. Did you grab the MPC? But from the price point, I might even choose the Korg instead of the MPC, because yesterday there was someone in Luke's chat saying, yeah, it would be nice that the MPC would play the notes like the push, but I said you can't really compare a push to an MPC. MPC is a sample player and a drum. It's made for hip hop. MPC is the hip hop thing, and the push is, yes, you can do drums. The push is a totally different instrument, especially if you're working with Ableton. That's a whole other level. In combination with other tools, it goes even more. But yeah. Take 5 users of profit, 5 currency star variation. Oh, now they're talking technical stuff here. Technical. Do I get that? Like this?
Every time I go to the store, I got more stuff than I got the time before. That's really incredible. I don't know what I'm...
Like that? Biscuit. Yes.
Hi.
Hello.
Yeah. So yeah, I was thinking the downside with the MPC environment is, yeah, they're kind of trying to get you into the buying these sample packs, and I don't really need it because I use already my own service because I just like it, how it works. Plugin Boutique, Loop Cloud and stuff. I don't really like their Beat service and the subscription thing. But yes, they are also into Beatport, so it's an environment I like. I like that more than Splice. So, because, I don't know, the Splice app is a catastrophe, at least in my system. So, won't be using that. So even if they bought Spitfire, don't care about Spitfire either. MPC1 is amazing workflow. We use the sample packs, use sample records. Yeah, it's but it's not the guy was asking. He was comparing the Push 3 against an MPC. That's kind of, I don't know, comparing pianos to synthesizers kind of thing. So, yeah, the MPC one is, the whole standalone MPC thing is pretty cool. No doubt about that, especially the really big ones. That is like a mobile workstation. That's pretty cool. But it might not be suited if you're doing like, imagine making music like Synthseeker or the more ambient-ish thing. It might work, but it's still, the Push has a more laid out thing for that kind of thing. It's still a sampler, old school sampling. Just, yeah, and I in that, because I thought using with the Beat Step doesn't really work well. Using my MPC, the small thing, the MPD 218 with the TAL drum But the problem is I'm really bad at finger drumming. So that didn't really quite work out well. I still could try it at some point, but or even use the drum mode on the launchpad. I might even hook it up. And the problem is the MPD. I thought about getting a new one, kind of similar. Let's see, Toman. And into the keys, the small ones. Akai, what was it? Because I thought about the MPK Mini series with a bit less pads. Or I got, let me just do a search here. Because with the MPC, you got so many models. Or the professional MPC Studio. That is, from the price point, a thing I could use more. And there's the live. There's so much stuff in there, but they even have a B stock of the MPC XSE for 1,400. So yeah, then you get the MPC one. Oh, GeForce DMX. Uncle Chrome, you ordered the DMX. High conversion works on 28. I think, yes, there was a sale on it. Am I correct? I think there was. Because they had a sale going on. Why I did get their new Oberheim thing since. The only thing which you might, they come with MIDI files, but yeah, the GeForce doesn't have a sequencer. So you have to do your, either using the MIDI files or put your own in. British pounds, 19. Yeah, that's a good deal. I do have both. Let me check my folder here. Still missing a lot of GeForce stuff, but because they're kind of pricey. Where's your GeForce here? Yes, I got the Icon Drum and the DMX, and they sound amazing. So. And kind of funny that even these old drum machine, and even though they sound, the old drum machine, even the Cherry Audio ones, you still can do total crazy stuff with it when you go into the changing the settings in it. You wouldn't say that these old sounding plugins were so much fun. Anthem will play MIDI files in VCV, recorded all the MIDI files. They came with the Icon Drum. Nice, but dumb. Yes, you can. You could even use all kind of sending, sequencing, and just takes care of the TVS for 24. Yes, I did have a quite interesting price too. Why I actually did grab it, and not sure if you know the channel. There's a, let me check my history. What is his name? I watched the video just with the subtitles today. History. because he was ranting a bit. Ian Volk with a W. It was kind of about the Arturia V collection. And they said apparently, I'm not sure if it's Arturia's not knowing, because apparently when you switch to different like dollars, pounds, and euros, the price of the full V collection stays the same. They might not have thought about value, because he was ranting a bit about that. Because imagine like comparing $599 and 599 British pounds. That's ouch. That's a big difference. TVS, but yeah, but the thing is, it's on intro sale. It might go up, so that's important to decide if he. That's why I grabbed it, because I only have one of their Oberheims. When I bought it on when they had their sale, and then when they published this one, you go, that's an interesting intro price. So. Yeah, it's an ouch, and I'm not sure if it's a mistake from Arturia or the guys behind the website and the shop. I don't know. Kind of normally because when you buy GeForce, it's mostly pounds and no tax. So you can say, it's an interesting price. But yeah, keep in mind, it's pounds and there's no tax on the price. So, oops, oh shit, now it costs 50 euros. Oh shit, oops. So that always keep in mind. But with the Arturia, kind of with the V collection, it was kind of, oops. You might pay attention on that, because he was saying, depending on where you are, you might pay attention on the price. Because, yes, Arturia is from France, but you might have people from Japan or the US or South America or whatever buying their stuff. And it's like someone actually told me he lives in some South American, I think it's he's the owner of the channel, it's Juanchis, who makes these Reaper videos, and he's an audio professional, mostly doing live stuff, and he said they have a very odd, kind of shitty law in their country when you're buying software. There's a huge tax on it. And even I said, why are they making that? Because I don't know really. Because when he buys software from around the globe, his country puts on a huge tax on it. But it's software. But yeah, still his government want to call buy from other vendors who kept asking yours on. Yeah, it's I think it's kind of an error to put a price and then not keeping in count that there's a value difference between different like dollars, pounds, and euros, and yen, and whatever. Tax on air soon will only the poor, not the rich. Yeah, that's another thing. That's and he told me the amount of tax. I said, wow. Because he bought some plugin, and even if it was on sale, he paid a huge. Wow, that's crazy. So, either from manufacturer, plugin boutique. Me too, actually. I always keep an eye on, because I follow. Well, I do get a lot of emails, of course, and I always keep an eye on. I'm not always buying something. Recon! What? Because like with the new SSL bundle, it's an interesting price, but still, it's 86 euros for 5 plugin. Well, it says it has a value of 1100, but I don't need them. When I was looking, I was like, yeah, it's an interest. If I had not bought like the V collection or something else, I would just collect them. I don't know. So I decided, it's an interesting sale, but keep them, because I could also have 3 months for free for the SSL subscription, but I won't activate it because after that I would have to pay more, and I don't really like their subscription. I grabbed a few from the X series, but most of them, the others, like even the series that they have now on sale, I have no use for it. I want special tools. So I tried the subscription, and as they have added the Slate Digital, I'm not interested in Slate Digital at all. Oh, DL, DL, Miss DL, DL.
Hi.
Hello.
Didn't know that GeForce made TV. Yes, it's very new. TVs, 4K. I think it's still 1080. For a rich man, for a rich man, lots of money. But sometimes you have to say, no, I don't buy that. Not this time. That's it depends on what it is, because the same goes for the V collection. I started with the 9, and I did upgrade to 10, and then they started with the augmented series, and I actually bought the Yangtze on intro sale. That's an interesting instrument, and then suddenly, why not just wait? They might do it an upgrade every year, and I said, no, this time I wait, and I did the same thing for the FX collection. I have the FX collection since version 3. Now it's FX 5. Now I'm actually waiting. Someday they will publish FX collection 6, and then I might upgrade. But I don't grab everything. Even I like Cherry Audio, but there are a few of them I won't be buying, because I don't really have a need for it. Well enough on Cherry till the time when I can scoop up the whole collection, then it comes time to die. Because the Cherry Audio collection, it grows. It really, and once you think, I could grab this one and this one, now the collection is complete. Wait, they got a new one again. So I'm always like 6 or 8 behind. So yeah, But then again, yeah, some I will grab, some I won't. But I won't go into the voltage modular though. That's a deep rabbit hole. Can get very expensive. So I think it's time for a break. Let's do a break. I'm gonna check if I see Polly. I'm crazy today. Talked about how was it? No. No. This.
And now for something completely different.
Polly. Be right back. They're discussing here. Chat goes on and on and on. Huh? I missed that, huh? Do you write off your music related? Not me. I don't do a tax declaration anyway. So I could have, but I'm pretty bad at it. Cherry Tuya, it's like New since a month club. Yeah, almost. Cherry is like every 3 months or so, 2 or 3 months. Keep my music endeavors strictly for fun and hobby, no income generate. Yeah, I don't generate income either, so. Gilp is there. Time search plugin you prefer extreme. I have the Paul X-Stretch, but I never use it. I do like this loom, actually. Because, yeah, Paul Stretch is interesting, but it's a bit odd to use. I tried it a bit. Sloom is, yeah, it's that one goes into let's make 3 weeks of drones. I have another one that is not a plugin. It's the one from Irken Labs, but it has a limitation on stretching 100 times. That's the maximum. So it's still, compared to Sloom is, woo. Sure that the YouTube channel Software Opportunity Academy offset your salary. Yeah, could. I, as a private person, you can do a coworker of mine who, what he is, he does not make him himself. He lets someone else doing it, and he always gets, but he pays child support and stuff like that. So for him, it's interesting, but for me, yeah, I'm pretty bad at accounting stuff. So I keep track what I buy, but not for the tax purpose. So talking about hooters, melons, and moopers. So okay, let's try to record. So I got this. Haha, it's actually working. So I could make a selection here. Maybe make this a bit bigger so I can make some variation. Crazy rabbit. He needs the
Hi.
Hello.
I like Paul Stretch because it has harmonic bands and frequency shifter inbuilt. Yeah, Sloom is interesting when you really go into the drone stuff, but you still could combine your resulting thing into something different. But yeah, it's a pure time stretch effect. Well, yes, Paul Stretch is. It could need a bit of a UI upgrade. I don't know, kind of. And I was on the probability, and I'm throwing down a bit, and I do the probability on this a bit more often. And doing that, I might introduce a shift. Not too much. Let's see. So I got this. Okay, let's make another one here. But this time I'm gonna add something. I got this, I got this, and I got this. We could actually what could I use? Just got snares. No effects. That's just loops. That drum shots, hats. That is all loops. Percussion. One shots. Maybe I'm gonna use this one. Ha 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 ha. The very small save. And let's go into the sequencer. Let's change. Oh my goodness. For such a creepy sound design document. Yeah, that's I will get back into it. Actually, let's see if the stretch, because yeah, it still functions, but since he made it I'm not sure if there has been any update since they changed the platform. It's 1.6. Let me check. Pull. Which version is it? I'm not sure if you can see that. Yeah, it's 1.6. It hasn't been updated since ages, so it still works, but I'm not sure if the guy actually still works on it, so I don't know. So still recording all this. Yep. Ancient millimeter playing feeding GeForce DMX with Alex Ball preset. My day is a success. Uncle Chrome is happy. Yeah. I had another thing. It wasn't really a stretching thing. I've seen it once on Venus Siri channel. It was a free granular effect, where you could record your input audio and then manipulate it, but it was a bit difficult to use. Why I actually stopped using that effect. I think I even uninstalled it. MIDI piano roll is weak in VCV. Ancient. I think I know that name, Ancient. Do they not make these very specific modules for, like, let me check TV. VCV sites. Entrian. Let's see. Because I think there is also there's a paid. I do have the free, like the timeline and melody installed, but I didn't grab the paid versions. So I'm not sure about if you have just the free stuff or the so it costs $30. So you got like 1, 2, 3, 4, and that is it. Yeah, then you got drums. That's again 20. So you know, like $50 for paid models. I don't think any of that outside Yeah, I don't think so. His mods at one time, I don't use it very much. But they do look interesting. I almost, when I was getting into VCV, I almost did grab them. But especially the melody, and because the timeline is almost, when you look at it, it works like a DAW style timeline sequencer. So we might need to check into using them a bit more, especially if you do more complicated stuff. And I used the multiplayer to resync and enjoy the silence. Yeah. Well, that's the thing with VCV. There's so much powerful things in there, but there's almost too much choice. It's like in the plugin world, but too much. So I could actually, I think with these three, we got something. But I might get rid of that. There's nothing in it. And get rid of this. And we can get rid of these three. So I could let's load them onto their own tracks here. But I will have to put them out of the well, I'll just save the preset again. So I got a preset. I made a preset! We made a preset. I want MIDI piano roll in VCV. And yeah, Antron is pretty much the sophisticated thing in there. Too much of everything is just enough. I must say, there are, I think when you look at some videos on VCV patches, I think most people using the very things they know they work, and might even a replication of a hardware or something that someone showed them, like what I think, like maybe 80% of these modules, some might not installed and never used, because also when sometimes you check, some look weird, some you don't know even what they do. Some have a very quirky UI design, so that might be something that people don't really like. I don't know. Could actually duplicate it. So we got this. I don't need to put. So let's see. A kick, snare. I think it was a snare. Was it? No, that's the effects. That's the kick. 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 Yeah, that's the snare. And we do it in stereo. There are 3067 modules. Yeah. I think 3,000. It's almost too much. So It's almost too much. As if you add some, even though the paid modules are not that kind of enormous amount more, I think I paid for the Vault series. Some I once paid for where you can load from VCV itself, where you can load the plugins like VSTs and stuff. Some other things, but yeah, it's 3,000 modules. But what the same goes, it might, if you collect them all, when you look at the range in voltage modular, that's damn huge. I don't know, when you open voltage modular, I think it shows you what you can get, and wow. There it is, a VCV board, almost all commercial models to support now by any music collection. That's CNC, yeah. Yeah, so somehow you get too many. So that is the snare, that is the hi-hat, and that is the clunk. Well, let's call it clunk. No, not clunk. Because the clunk is somewhere else, so. So almost sounding good. Let's grab these. They should actually sound pretty good. And oh, okay. And I could grab these, put them here, and I got that's the clunk. Okay. So I got this. Should buy the new Befaka module. Like supporting hardware makers also provide VCV, yeah. Oh. Befako. Where did I trench? Oh, it's Omri likes Befako. I have. That is Befako Oneroy. Experimental synths, ambient pads. Oh, that sounds good. Because I do have the free range. Yeah, I just have this one missing. $35. It's still an okay price. With voltage modular, you might they sometimes do sales or choosing different bundles, and definitely not buying. I think I bought one bundle once when it was on sale. Yeah, it's at least on the site here on VCV, it's the only one who actually, the rest is in my library, and it's normally, it should be free. Just this one. Because I think Vaults has more. Let's go into the Vaults. Because I did even add a few that I don't have. They have much more paid modules. Yeah, I got the TrueMore 2 that I actually grabbed. I grabbed the bundle once, the 2 series. And I haven't been using voltage modeler for ages. So, well. So let's see, we got a beat. I could mute. Otherwise, I was saying, damn, why it's becoming so loud? Well, the full collection, all the special collection. Volt is fantastic. Uncle Chrome is a VCV guy. Yeah, yesterday I had opened Cardinal. I had it updated. I was checking if there's an update. Even because when you launch it, it's the standard. It's like a synthesizer built in. I need to figure out how to, for example, building synthesizers or even effects using Cardinal or even voltage modulator, because that one has a VST. Voltage is my phase saturation module. Never tried Cardinal for the same reason I have no interest in VCV Pro. Yeah, but if you don't use it as a VST, there's no need. You still can buy modules and just use it the standalone if you don't use it into a DAW. What my interest would actually be that using the VST version to create either a synth sequencer, to using like even as a sequencing thing, or building effects. But yes, it's actually, you can go totally nuts in it as a standalone. You don't, it's a bit like, because I think that many Bitwig users don't use the grid, either the note grids, the effects grids, or building complex synthesizers. There are some who do, but I'm not sure if they're actually taking advantage of that system in their DAW. Same goes, might be, I don't know, Ableton users who don't invest in Max for Live stuff. So a VCV sequencer hardware too, then processing the resulting audio. Yeah, it's like another different workflow like Omri Cohen does. He uses Bitwig and VCV to control soft and hardware, and he uses Reaper to record it. So I know that he published a new album today. Saw the post on Facebook somewhere. So that's what he is recently being into. He even made a second channel for the Bitwig stuff. But yeah, but it's kind of weird because Bitwig has its own modular, and he's still using VCV to do this stuff. So kind of funny, because the grid in Bitwig is, if you know what you're doing, it's pretty damn powerful. I've seen people doing all kind of crazy patching, especially the randomly generating ambient patches and whatever. It's pretty powerful. And the Mario Nieto, the creator of that those two sequencers for melodies and chords, he's working on his own modular system, and it already looks very powerful. But it's from the design point of view, it looks like the Bitwig grid. It's definitely not compared to VCV, because VCV is into the Eurorack thing, and it has to look like an Eurorack. So it's a live module effect 2, a 32 channel recorder patch, or capturing a Torio rig 16 MX. Oh my goodness! It's 28 audio channel. You're making me crazy here. So, does that sound actually good? Actually, pretty cool beat. I think someone will like this. I think someone will like it. Because the downside is, let's say my product is, if I use the think it's in my instrument or was it? No, yeah. I could even use the multi-out, because I think it has 32 outs. I still need to figure out how to build something in there. I think VCV modular recording studio built a mix of highly emulated effects as well as synths. Yeah, it's a very complex system. It actually works. Yesterday I was adding, you could just, this is the host audio. I was actually, the downside is it's a bit slow. I was actually adding, I tried, let's make the synthesizer interesting. I used, I think I used this one. Or was it this one, I think? Like in and out. It is a bit, it has a slow reaction though. So there is a big latency already. So, it's a bit slow. When I put the key, it takes a few seconds to react. Why? After 64 Samurai Auditoria hardware. yeah, mine is pretty high, but could test it lower, but I'm not sure if my machine would actually take it. Because of the stream, it's on 512. If I wouldn't stream, I could try. I had on VCV a standalone. I tried with 128, but there I already got some problems because my machine isn't very powerful. I had some audio problems when going lower than at least at 120, especially with I loaded a big patch. I had some audio problem. And this looks like the VST from Cardinal is pretty damn slow. It's like, yeah, come back an hour later. So that's let's see if I'm going to put it on an own track. Let's mute this. If I put a MIDI in there, on the if I put a MIDI thing, I'm not sure if it's gonna work. Yeah. Even just playing MIDI notes, there's a very, very slow reaction time. So it's not. I could try to. That's not DAW latency. Yeah, it's. I don't know. It's something is terribly off. Because even if I get the delay out, I don't know. Get rid of delay and just put the synthesizers. I don't think it's a delay. Well, it might be. Let's test using something else. I'm not sure if I'm taking the right one. Let's use something else. Let's use this one. And, yeah, it's already now funny. A delay causes delay. Yeah, it's. I'm not sure if I'm actually keeping that thing. I might just using the VCV standalone and be done with it, because Just load a patch into calling a cakewalk and tell you the attack is quite high. So yeah. So that is the question. If you imagine buying VCV Rack Pro for almost, it's almost 200. And then you have, you load it as a VST, and you go, oh damn, it's not really working, or not like intended, because I could test. I think I have. Because there is some presets in there. Let's see how this one actually reacts. It might take a while to load. So we're well at 256, yeah. That one works. Right away. So the question is, as the Cherry Audio one works, to use this one as a host instead of the Cardinal, because I'm not really, I know Cardinal is a bit of a, find Cherry eats more CPU, yeah, that might be, and money. Because once you get into the voltage modular stuff, yeah, but that can get quite expensive. But it sounds good. If I had a clue how to build these things, effects or synthesizer, would be interesting. Someday, that is how VCV Pro works. Yeah. They would need to test. Yeah, Cardinal is it's an open source version of VCV. The guy who made that on GitHub, because you can't use any paid modules. It only uses the open source. I'm not sure if they actually has the, I don't know how about the, yeah, if you're using open source, you might just grab the code and it's Pro VC1 code. That's maybe why. Like my rack, it seems Colin has more support. Yeah, it might be because people actually know about it. I know that Voltage Modular has a community too, but maybe less on YouTube. But I know that sometimes even James Dyson likes to use it. But yes, it can get a bit more expensive. But from the when you look at how many modules actually Voltage Modular has, yes, it's an option. There's also the there are others who might not be as big and extensive, but you wonder, buying VCV Rack Pro as a VST, the only thing you could try using the subscription from VCV, like 4 months, to get the VST to test, is it working? How about latency and reaction time and stuff like that? And then, the VST works on my machine, and then I'll just cancel the subscription and get VCV Rack Pro. That is an option. So, yeah. But this one actually pretty works. Only just loading the presets here. Can't even... like throbbing bass. The reaction is there demo modes. I'm not sure, I don't think so. So the only option, because let's check if I'm actually still open here. Rack. Get Rack 2. I don't see a link on demo. That's the downside. So you can buy PayPal, available in VCV Plus. That's $19 a month. So that's the, and there's even no indication if it's paid right away. So I'm not sure. But I think for Uncle Chrome wouldn't be an option. For me, just testing it, getting VCV Plus for months and test out if actually it would work. But I don't use it that much to really invest my time. For you, it might be an option, but if you just be happy with the standalone, you don't need to. If you don't need, if you don't use a VST for the VCV, no trial version. I don't see any demo here. So either buy or get the subscription and test out. Well, still, you would have to pay $20. Totally happy. So I have voltage monitor for quite a while, and even don't really use that one. So, and the standalone VCV works pretty fine. And I could build stuff in things too, and voltage monitor, effects and stuff like that. Everything's possible if you know how things work. And we thought about getting more technical. I made a drum thing here, and still sounds a bit cheesy, but time for a short break. Let's take a break and be how Paul Thud would say, be right back. put VCV Pro inside VST host inside. Now Biscuit goes crazy. Or you could load the VCV rack VST and use the module to load VSTs inside of VCV rack. It's a bit like using Scalar's new function to load VSTs inside of Scalar. I tried it on the standalone. I'm not sure about the plugin though, if it might load VSTs. I never tested it. So that goes in early 2018, first encountered these virtual Euroracks, tried voltage modular and liked it, but chose VCV instead and not looked back. Yeah, and when you look at the users and the community, it's quite huge, people using it. I think they tried loading VST, the VS2 failed. I'm not sure if the Scalar the Scalar 3. I know the standalone can load. Not sure about the VST though. You can. That's the crazy part. You can. Apparently. You can load VST inside of the Scalar 3 VST. How about that? How about that? Oops. No. I lost my VCV here. So if you load the, where's my, let's load into here. Well, it actually works. Can you load Scalar 3 inside Scalar 3? That's a good question. I'm not sure. Yes, you can. Can load Scalar 2? That's crazy. I play Scalar 3 with Scalar 2. How crazy is that? Oh, it is. So you see, no latency. How about that? We discovered something. I don't know how. Imagine you load Scalar 3, you use Scalar 3 as a sound source and loads a lot of, oh my god. It might break the space-time continuum. Yeah, imagine loading, hey, it could go crazy. Scalar 3, using Scalar 3, loading another Scalar 3, and create a black hole and sucked into it. Yeah, but it actually works. Crazy. There's you can load scalar 2, but not scalar 3, because it doesn't show up. So that doesn't work. But I can load, it does recognize, for example, sequence, or it should actually have recognized even the HY sequences. It recognized decent sampler, CD. It didn't recognize the it's called differently. Let's see if it's in there. It even can load Spark. No, I don't think so. There's no Stepic. OPP. No, but it loads Stockers, though, but not the. Depends on where it scans. So, and you load scalar 2, well, not scalar 3. I can load scalar 2 into scalar 3. So I still have both. So, but scalar 2 doesn't load VSTs. So, because that they included in scalar 3. It's a bit slow, though. You could actually just, if you use the brass, for example, instead of the internal. Ta-da! Well, that works. I don't even use it that much. You were shopping for pizza and you didn't get us pizza. No pizza? How come no pizza? Oh, this. Da Vinci girl was shopping for pizza. Yeah. What a feeding scale sounds like. The thing is, I wanted to. Let's go into my mixer here. I wanted to try building up chains. Like for example, trying a bit of token stuff here. Variables VCA compressor 2. That's the series 2. What is it? That's the compressor 3 on the kick. So making a chain, and he has different I'm trying to find out what is what. This, what is that? That's this EQ, and there are other EQs. So where is this? Where did I see this? That is this one. Which one would be better? And there's this one. That's an old one. Yeah. That is an old one too. That one would be better. Like put this one before. DMG! You're back. You did prepare pizza without us.
Hi.
Hello.
You're gonna eat pizza with Da Vinci Girl. It's not easy to control with the mouse, but so Da Vinci Girl gave us pizza. I could use my... Let's just try. Put this here. I could try just to see if it's controlling better. There's my... Cold patch. Bagel sounds fantastic. Let's see if working with my... I got the Stift. If that's better with these kind of controls than the mouse. It's not easy to control the mouse. It still works. But it's not dynamic, so maybe it has a... What is this? Ah, okay, that's a different thing. Settings. Spectrum full. Display fill line. Huh? That's some interesting options. Tilt. You can't say, yes, you can't use them in another DAW, but I'm trying to get used to using maybe the thing here. Maybe lowering the output a bit. It's like, how is it called? He makes Bitwig videos. That, I think it was Danish or some guy. What else does he got here? Something interesting to try out. He has an echo. Envelope shaper. What is that? Oh, it does do something. But it's still easier. I'm not used to using the... but I do get a bit more detail when I'm using the a tablet. Because I was already also thinking about getting one with a screen, but that might be a space problem. Also, even if I use an XP pen, it still costs like $600. Oh, makes a sound. Hee hee hee. Interesting. Haha. Pretty cool. Haha. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. He has a lot of tools. Can't complain about that. There's a lot of JS things I did install, like, I don't know, 1,000. But, yeah, pretty cool. He has a lot of, I have got a lot of delays in here. It's a sample ping pong tone control. Floaty. What does that do? Oh, that's... Oh, it sounds pretty good. JS plugins open source. That's a good question. I think yes. Trusto! Must trust my monkeys.
Hi.
Hello.
Because you can edit the code. So I know there are people editing scripts, and quite often when someone actually stop developing something, and I know that someone made from that slicer thing, the built-in script, and someone made a version out of it and made it even better. So I think they kind of you can, if you know how to code, you can. I got the twins in here. So yeah. So you can adapt it. So pretty cool. I don't do that because I had these you got the MK slicer. There's a cool MK slicer, and that's the mod ATCO thing mod of this one. So surprisingly, I had the JS, and actually someone did. I told about that story, and John Matthews knows about it. There was a guy who made UI improvements for the Toucan Studio series, at least some of them, without asking John about it, or having, can I do it? Because he was asking, once it was published, he was asking money for it. Not an enormous amount, but John knew about it. and it was kind of, yeah, you asking actually, because he makes the Toucan Studio plugins for free. They're all free. There's no paid version at all in his gigantic range, version 1 and version 2, and even includes instruments and stuff. And the guy made the UIs actually looked pretty cool, but yeah, there was no. He didn't ask for permission to first make the UI changes and then asking for money for it. And I think there was kind of discrepancy. I think he disappeared again because I think there's no info about it anymore. And kind of very strange. I think the guy was from Mexico, I think. And but installing them was quite, you had to use a third-party tool to install the UI changes. It was kind of, I don't know, the long arm of Reaper justice. Yeah, it's, but the same thing, because these days, since version 7, there are more and more themes coming up where you have to pay to get the themes. I'm still okay with that because theming in Reaper is still a lot of work, and even the guy from Reaper Tips, Alejandro, he did ask you could pay for it. You can grab it for free. But I think I paid like $9 or $10 for it the first time. And the most expensive I've seen was, but that's another part, it's the NVK developer who makes these crazy game design, sound design tools for Reaper. There are some free tools, like I have the NVK Search, and he recently published an NVK theme, and some people were installing it, but the problem is you can't use some features without paying. And I think it was like 20 or 30 bucks or something like that. But that whole thing, the theme, is more interesting if you are into the whole NVK scripting thing. And so you actually, when you're using all their plugins, and there is one who is almost costs a lot of money. It's very an advanced scripting tool for sound design. Sorry. But yeah, those you have to pay for it. But I think I had it installed. And I did get rid of it because, yeah, I actually didn't really like it. Because when you look at the search tool, everything looks like this. It's the same black-green design, and the theme looks kind of similar. But yes, if you pay for it, you can do there's a built-in adjuster and stuff like that. So I might check if I got an image, NVK tools on Gumroads. I think there is the theme in there. Yeah, there's a video, but there's no real image. Looks like this, kind of blackish greenish thing, and it costs like, yeah, $19. So it's, yeah, I think it's kind of okay, but why don't you react here? Odd. So yeah, because they have some tools in there, like the NVK tools. Like there was one, yeah, the everything bundle is $400, and the most expensive they have the it's the NVK workflow and the NVK variations. One is 100, and the workflow is 159. But and the NVK create is 149. So it's a very complex script if you're doing really crazy sound design for games and all that kind of movies and stuff. So the NVK tool, and there is actually a lot of people using that kind of stuff. I was also interested in the auto Doppler effect. It's a very interesting tool for sound design. Has a lot of options. It's like $49, and the search is free. And what also is interesting is the loop maker, but there is also another developer, and I think those are free. Let me check my Reaper stuff here. That guy has, it's not the X-ray. I hope it's not the Relearn LKC tools. They have content navigator. It's like a search thing. They have a render blocks, GrimSync, interactive audio auditoring simplified, sync directly from Reaper to Wise. So it's, and the variator, and the variator I think I have installed the variator. Yeah, this one. This one is free. If you want to create crazy options. So, for people working with templates, that's a good question. What these... They even have a tool here, RIA OPN, load Reaper project and assets from middleware. So that's a coding thing. And I was interested in the render blocks. Well, you can download free, buy, I don't know what's the difference. Okay, there's different free, personal, and commercial use. So it's because the downside is with rendering in Reaper, you got there's no real options like rendering a specific audio clip, would say, like in Bitwig. And Render Blocks has an option. It's a script for the sound designers where you can actually select different samples in your arrangement and render it out as small samples. Makes the rendering for audio designers more interesting. So there's a lot of tools, you just need to know about it. I can't say Reaper isn't powerful. So I'm not sure if I would use that chain, but it's an interesting... Let's see why the chain here. Could use it as a like, I don't know, what to call it, JS comp EQ delay, like that. I don't know. The thing is, like in every DAW or in every standalone software, and Uncle Chrome must know it, especially like one who is using VCV Rack, the option are a deep dive and endless. The thing is, there might be people who don't spend the time to do a deep dive into the software they're using. It's like people who using Office who don't really know the power even Microsoft Office or any Office program actually offers, because most people do just the basic simple task in it. The only one who might know all the nitty-gritty stuff are the IT nerds who sit in the basement telling you to, did you switch on and off again? Yes, yeah. Because the normal human user, like I was asked in a recruitment interview once, a guy asked me if I ever wrote or used macros in Office. I said, sorry, why would I use that? Nah. I only use Word for very basic things, and me doing macros, and I had no clue what actually macros were. I know now because of some plugins have macros, but yeah, me doing macros in Office, no. The fearsome power of PowerPoint. Yeah, it's like the fearsome power of Excel when you see people doing stuff, because we got someone, a co-worker, who is very versatile in Excel. He makes his own time calculations to just verify if the system where we actually pull out, where it calculates our time we pass at work, if it's actually calculating the time how it should be. I just press keys to play MIDI notes on Reaper, but without actually opening the virtual keyboard that shows up on the screen. I mean, if you don't have a MIDI controller like the Keylab, for example. Yeah, because there's a lot of, especially beginners, who are using the keyboard. Even, funny enough, I think, might be mistaken, I think Nenko doesn't use a keyboard. He uses the keyboard, the normal keys on another MIDI controller. It was kind of, I was seeing the little keyboards with the ASD popping up. So I think Alchemy doesn't really have a MIDI controller, at least not a keyboard. I know that he has some kind of sequencer that he uses in Bitwig, but playing like notes, he has no MIDI controller. VCV with the host model, great for QWERTY keyboard testing VST. Yeah. Well, he might not get MPE support. I don't know. He was trying Diva. Yeah, I actually never used the virtual keyboard, I know. But I just use the MIDI keyboard for when I'm choosing presets or going through the drums or to hit the notes. Am I okay? How does it sound? Is the preset okay? How are the drums sounding? Are they on the right notes and stuff? I never used the keyboards to actually record and play because I can't play. I only tried it with the Novation. That kind of worked a bit, but I still can't play like Luke does with the push. When I see him playing the push, like the notes, he playing his melodies with the bass and the leads and stuff. Wow. Sorry, but if I play that fast, be 100% sure that I will hit the wrong notes. So it's not a big issue because I could record some notes on the screen and play to them. My workflow is, I'm checking the presets, tracking the drums, and the rest is actually done directly in the MIDI editor. I put down the notes with the mouse and then move them around like many do in other DAWs. I never record live play. I record MIDI notes when I use sequencers, like any sort of sequencer. When I want to record the output in MIDI instead of audio, so I can use it elsewhere, or even sometimes you got plugins that has no sequencer, for example, or something like that, or using external MIDI to drive them. But recording even with or without keyboard, kind of not my thing. But you could just grab a very... I have an old... I think it's my first MIDI keyboard I actually bought. It was a very small Alesis. The downside was the keys themselves were smaller than a normal MIDI controller. I bought it like $50 or $60. Trivial VC only costs $30 in the host model, yeah. So that might be an option. Like even a small Akai MIDI keyboard, like I don't know what is this, 37 keys or something like that, or the Alesis Q25. I think it was that very small very compact MIDI keyboard. Very basic. We just you could switch octaves and stuff like that, and that's pretty much it. What you could do. But the keys were for my big my big fingers or my bad playing wasn't really suited. I could play maybe one note, but vis-a-vis to me, so complimented, only used me once, free version. Or was it false payment? Yeah, it's a different kind of beast. Uncle Chrome, you need to make courses. You make like Omri. Say an email 19 since for Q25. They were worse, about the same. Control that browser. Let's take another shorty breaky. And I'll be back. I will test a bit the other effects here. Please keep the drums here. I'll be right back. Where's my OBS here? Right back. Nick says he left him a message to give me a prize from 2 weeks ago. I'm back. I'm back. So. Funny enough, you could load the like this. Boom. Might change the compressor a bit, but huh? A little delay on it. I made a beat. It's very boring. Yeah, that's just the. Let's load the EQ on there. EQ. No, that's not this one. That's it. I don't really like this one. I always confusing the Slick and the Nova. That one I like more. anything. Hans für Restaurants ook niet. Wat? Sorry. Traffic sucks like Atlanta. Where? The only traffic that sucks is in Luxembourg. Never experienced traffic like little town Luxembourg. That one is a nightmare. Like small distances, you take 1 hour. Worse than big cities. It's dirty. Why is it so dirty? Let's might do bypass the limiter. Let's just see if on here. You know, there are country music with many famous names. Nashville is the country music mecca thing. And there is who lives nearby, mustachy guy with big mustache with the radio voice who lives nearby called Cameron. He lives near Nashville. There is one YouTuber I know that actually lives in Nashville, I think. I got to see Elvis Cadillac for oh my goodness, that must be something. Yeah, and then you get he lives a bit up north. Mike from Let's Talk About Reaper, who lives in Tennessee. I know exactly where, but Reaper Cameron. No, he lives in quite a few miles from Nashville. I think it was. Because Ben Jordan is from Chicago area, and he moved away because now he has a farm, but I'm not exactly sure where exactly. Moved away from. Well, he's from Chicago, I think. So we got here people from Illinois, people from up down. I actually didn't know that Viral Beats was from Arizona and then moved up the East Coast up into nice little. Ben moved to Georgia. Georgia. Interesting state when they make movies and series. Yeah, I did see the video about, he bought a farm. I even once watched his live stream when he was showing the chickens, the little chicks. That was quite fun. When they're sleeping, getting awake, eating, sleeping, eating, sleeping. That was quite fun. Little chicks. And he said, yeah, it kind of makes me sad that once they're big, I'm gonna eat them. If I build kind of delay in there, but not every time. Might even try the filter here. I will say make even a boss after. And use the depth filter on the thing here. I kind of like this. The rock lives about 3 hours from me. Oh my goodness. I visit the rock. Yeah, never been to the States. Don't need to show that. Track manager. Going to save it first, and render. Might leave the limiter on. Master with bounds. Let's do this. Select the term, bounds. See if it's still clipping. Normally it shouldn't. Cosmic Simon. Why in Zappa was? Well, I saw why with Zappa. Ooh. Yeah, I was still small when Zappa. I'm never really a huge Zappa fan. So. Let's create. Someone needs something. Huh? I seen Ozzy calling skinny. Ooh, skinny puppy. Ooh. Ministry, never seen one. Frontline, ooh, that's. Ooh. I seen much more. I didn't see Skinny Puppy though, but I did see. That was quite interesting. I did see downloads at the Wave and Gothic Treffen in Leipzig. Playing live, and there was even on the second or third night I seen a project who is still kind of active, but less today. Oscar with the as a Gothic project, Goethe's Erben. That was pretty damn good, damn wild. When Schach ist nicht das Leben. Once you go to the Dream Theater this summer, yeah, I can stand up that much in a crowd. Yeah. They have John Petrucci, Steve Morse in steroids. Yeah, I almost did. I seen Dream Theater here at my concert venue when they were still with Portnoy, and then they didn't came back, and then I almost did go. But said, yeah, you've seen them, and I said, well, I was slowing down with concerts like a lot. I will try to get to see a bit more, but very selected, because I can't really. Driving, standing, it's I'm getting old. So let's see. Where's my Reaper renders? So I could send those to someone. Does tree show? I don't know him personally. He sent me a friend request because apparently he knows someone who knows me and stuff like that. This guy goes to all kinds of metal concerts in Luxembourg and mostly Germany, and he knows all the bands personally. He does. Sometimes he posts pictures where he's taking pictures with the band members, and like I don't know how many times per month he's on some metal concert somewhere around. He's got damn, and funny enough, coworker who was my chief of staff would say for a while. He's a total Iron Maiden fan. And every year he goes on the 70,000 tons of metal cruise. And last time he posted a picture with some band. He's totally. And when you see the guy, he's huge. He's gigantic. He's like I don't know. He's like a big gigantic Wookiee. And I always say if he goes on the ship might tilt. Very nice of me. But he actually, as a Maiden guy, fan, he has pictures on Facebook. He met Steve Harris and all the guys from Maiden. A real fan. I'm interested in music, but I wouldn't say meeting musicians. I'm not really interested in that. I met musicians. I even talked to the singer of Sabbath, not Black Sabbath, but Sabbath, who were touring. We organized a concert here with Rage, Sabbath, Risk, and another band. There were 4 bands, and I was actually in the dressing room with the guys from Sabbath, who the singer later formed Skyclad, and apparently has some health issues because he doesn't do well. Since he was thrown out of Skyclad, he was he's gone. He's still alive apparently, but doesn't do music anymore. Max Hammond. No, it's I still have I think I have the vinyl still. It's this band, Sabbath, with no TH, and it's actually one of the first bands who used folk music to include in their thrash metal. And Skyclad was the main influence in all the folk pagan movement, but they never got the credit because they were kind of insider tip. They made quite a few albums, and I think they're still touring, but it's called Martin Walkire, and I met this guy, crazy guy. Sabbath from 1987. Was 16 back then when they toured here. They only made this band only made 2 albums, and then he formed Skyclad that were even more folky, but I think the difference was the band slowly got more and more into folk and less metal, and apparently Martin didn't like that movement, so they threw him out. So look at some photos. So I made some stems. I finally made something, so I will upload that. I was saying that you wouldn't be excited to meet Carrot Top Weird Al Yankovic. Maybe, I don't know. If he's crazy, I know he's crazy like me, so I think we would get along very well. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I met a few techno musicians, interviewed a few, but I'm not, I was at a concert in Cologne where the guitarist of Marillion was doing a solo tour, and after the show he was doing he was autographing and selling stuff, and I almost said, I could, and then I had to drive back home, and I said, so it was almost met the guy, but more or less, I'm crazy. I'm also very sarcastic. I didn't see the movie they made about Weird Al with the guy from Harry Potter. I didn't see. I did see some excerpts, but until now I didn't see that movie. They made about his beginnings. Weird Al Yankovic. There you go. Gangster Paradise, yeah. And Bad, the parody of Bad, and what else he did also? Yeah, biopic. And it was kind of, I think the movie was kind of, wasn't really that huge of a success, I think. I don't know why, but it talked about it for a while, and it isn't. It never showed up in any streaming services, so I don't know, kind of weird. So let's wrap it up. I'm gonna close my loop cloud again. we made some beat, more technical stuff today. And I will send this to someone and see if he gonna like it. It's kind of a weird beat, but I think it's dubby. But let's do more. Tomorrow, and see if normally I should, because I do have an appointment. I should get back in time, so still need to do my thumbnail. So thanks for watching, all the crazy bunch you are, watching me doing blah blah and making strange beats. Yeah, I'm a regular potato too. So, what do you say?
Radical, too unconventional, too mold breaking for the examiners to accept.
Exactly. So, yeah, probably see us tomorrow. And bye-bye. Where is it? Where is it?
Bye.
There. Uncle Chrome's going to play with the DMX. Ooh. Ooh, yes.